response is due tomorrow by 5.
Yes, sir. Okay, so what we did is we sent a demand to State Farm, and I gave them less than 48 hours to respond to our demand. If they do not respond to our demand in the time limit that I sent, which is tomorrow at 5 p.m., we can say that they did not comply with stowers. Now, stowers is basically a law that is set up in Texas that says you're only allowed to get the other driver's policy limits. The minimum, whatever their limits are, you can only get their full limits. However, if you tell the insurance company that you're sending them a demand, pursue stowers, if they don't respond to that demand and give you their full policy limits by the date it expires, now you're allowed to go after more than the policy limits. It's a strategy that law firms use at times because it's unfortunate when you get a case that's worth more than the other driver's policy limits. Now, even if this guy does not respond, they could still make arguments by saying that they didn't really blow stowers. They could say anything that they want. They could say, we didn't have enough time to review given how many medical records went forth. They could say that they didn't have all the medical records, even though what we sent them is more than enough in our belief. They could argue these things, and eventually it would go to a court, and a court would decide whether or not they really blew stowers or they didn't. They could take that chance if they want to take that chance. If you're feeling froggy, then leap, or you just pay up the full policy limits. On some cases, we hope that they do blow stowers because the case is worth more than the policy limits, and we want to go after more than the policy limits. So please, blow stowers so that we can go after more. And, a lot of law firms don't utilize this well because they will take forever to put a demand together and will give the insurance like 2 weeks to respond to the demand. And it's like, you don't have to do that. It's not my problem that they haven't hired enough people over at the insurance company. It's not my problem that they want to take in money instead of putting out money. It's not my problem. It's not my problem that their adjuster is sick. It's not my problem that their adjuster is new. It's not my problem that their email hasn't been functioning correctly lately. It's not my problem. Our goal is to get the best for our client, not be sympathetic to the insurance company, who is literally a $1 trillion industry. You guys have plenty of people over there that you can get a supervisor involved, or you could assign it to another adjuster. You could stop what you're doing. You could focus on this case and you could get it settled. It's not our problem that you have one adjuster with 1,000 claims that they have to manage. That's not our problem. That's your problem. So stowers has been invoked, and you either need to respond to it and give us the full policy limits as soon as possible, which the law says you could do it as short as 24 hours. I gave State Farm 48 hours. So I doubled what the law says is the minimum amount of time you have to give an insurance company. So we're going to see what they do here. I will keep you guys posted. Hope this video has been educational and entertaining for you. God bless you and have a good day.